Hi guys, welcome to Simproved, Fry speaking here, and today we are going to build a lounge slash bar slash cafe. Yes, this build is all these three things in just one, and it is inspired by a more oriental Arabian look, so this is why I called it the Arabian lounge. And I was inspired to do that because in the south of Spain where my parents live, directly next to the beach there are these kind of lounges, I would describe it, where you can sit there. There are like some pavilions where you can sit and have some shade while you are at the beach. Really cool, with these huge beds where you can sit there and maybe drink your chilling lemonade or some cocktails or some tea. And then at the night they transform into these really cool hotspots as like a nightclub. I would say not really like a nightclub, but more like, like a lounge or a bar. So this is what I wanted to try to do here in The Sims 4 as well. And I always wanted to do an Arabian-inspired build too. So this is like my first try to do it, and I hope you like it, guys. So if you're interested into more of the community lots, which I actually like to build a lot because you can just place them in your game. You don't have your Sims live there, but they can visit it and have a look at it, maybe have some like a really good time. And yeah, so that's it. So I think that's like also a very interesting aspect as a builder for The Sims 4 for me. So this is why I wanted to do a community lot again. So I started to build it in Windenburg in the cafe, where the cafe is, I have forgotten how it's called, but in Windenburg, in the old town of Windenburg, on the lot of the cafe. I started building, and first I wanted to do like a more French looking cafe, but then I remembered all these really cool Arabian looking, you know, clubs, lounges, whatever it is. I really can't tell you how it is actually called. But then I remembered them and I thought, yeah, now it's the time to do an Arabian inspired build or Oriental inspired build. Maybe like a colors of some sort. So I started to build it, but in the end I will put it into Oasis Springs, which is like the more desert world, I guess, on the lot where the gym is. So I thought this looks really cool. Also there's like a really big, I guess it's a beach or something, so it is like directly on the beach, and I think it looks amazing there. So if you want to download it, I can highly recommend you to use it in Oasis Springs because it looks really cool there. So yeah, I wanted to have like a really big deck all around the build, so I can at the end put all the pavilions there where you can sit outside and use them as sunbeds of some sorts. The waiters can get there and, you know, serve you some drinks or some food. So this is how it basically works there in the south of Spain. There are some really high-end jet's head places where your sunbed or the pavilion costs around like $500 a day just to have like the pavilion or sitting there. So you have to pay like the fee to be there. So this is what actually really is a thing there. I've never been there, but I know there is, and I've seen the pictures. Of course, it looks absolutely amazing. You have like the best view on the beach, and you have like the best cocktails and the hottest waiters and so on. You know, like a really jet's head place actually. So yeah, I was inspired by these places, so I tried to have it look a little bit more Oriental Arabian, you know, of some sorts, because I think that we actually have some objects in the game that are quite suiting for that kind of style. And also for the castle, I've already settled to put like an Arabian Oriental build there too for Queen Jasmine. So this is like the first try to experiment a little bit with the objects that look a little bit more Arabian. And yeah, so I think it looks really cool. It was lots of fun to build it, and I hope you like it, guys. So around the deck I will place these pavilions. I've just, you know, put some rooms there and then deleted the walls, put some columns around, and then also I will try to delete the upper, how's it called, the ceiling, but also use these fences, like these really low fences, as a intricate pattern, so it really looks like a pavilion where you can get some shades, but at the end I will delete the ceiling, so you have like a really nice pattern of shadows on the ground beneath. So it looks really beautiful. That's like a trick I try to use a lot in The Sims because I think it looks really detailed and very, you know, intricate and interesting, and I just thought it makes it look a little bit more, yeah, realistic. So then all around the pavilions I wanted to put the movie hangout curtains because they look absolutely amazing and were perfect for the pavilions. But the wall height was set on middle, and these curtains are actually only for the smallest height that we have in the Sims 4 game. So then I have to put the whole bottom level to the smallest height. Then it all worked, and then I will put all the curtains all around it. All the pavilions have these 1 or 2 curtains on each side, and yeah, it looks really, really cool like this. Really, I think also a little bit more elegant and more detailed. Really romantic also, so I think this would be also like a really nice build if you have like a couple and they want to have like a really nice date. And yeah, so this is also the perfect venue for that. So then I thought about maybe changing the tiles or like the floor on the outer deck, because I first used a lot of wood, but then I imagined I wanted it to look more like an oriental palace of some sorts, to make it look a little bit more jet set or like a high-end, high-class venue. So I used these mosaic tiles that we have from the base game, because they came very close to these Arabian looking shapes that we have on the tilings there, because on old Arabian builds and palaces they have a lot of these tilings and mosaic on the walls and on the floor. And I just wanted to try to recreate it a little bit here in this build. So I chose this really suiting, I think, tiles on the ground, which are blue and have these, I think it's like little stars in the middle. Really, really nice. And of course on each sides of the build there will be some fountains. I used I guess it's like the romantic garden stuff wall fountain. I don't know what it's called, but I used that one, and I first wanted to put it like a fountain, but sadly the game didn't want me to put a fountain there on the side, so I had to use it as a pool. Then I put some half-walls around it and some really nice decorations, so it looks highly detailed, some fountains in there, and yeah, so it looks really nice. I like it. And also I think that the lion head from the romantic garden stuff pack looks really nice, also like it has like an Arabian vibe, I would say. So then I started to furnish like the pavilions all around the outer deck. I used a lot of the movie hangout poofs and the mirror table here. When I had the bigger pavilions which had a more square shape, I could even do the very usual Arabian furniture has a lot of octagonal tables, and I was able to place these tables in an octagonal shape and stack them all together. And then it looked really, really nice. In Arabian has like a really nice star shape on top then. So then I put some ottomans all around it and some poofs. Of course, a lot of these lanterns from the movie hangout stuff, because I think they look a lot of like more of an Arabian thing, and I just like them. And yeah, I made it super colorful. So every little pavilion has like a different color theme, I would say. Like there's one with, you know, pink and orange, for example, and then there's a blue and a more yellow one, and so on. So I made it a little bit mixed, so you have like some pavilions that is like more of your color theme or your Sims color theme. So I really think that it looks really interesting and nice, and I love these pavilions. So I also at the end I will put some screenshots so you can really see how nicely it looks. I absolutely would love to go to a place like this, because, you know, I also love the colors. But if you are not like a fan of all these super funky colors, it is easy for you to change all the seating and poofs and so on to a white color, so it looks a little bit more elegant and classy and modern, I would think. But just because I had the whole colorful option here, I really wanted to use that. And also these Indian palaces are very colorful, so I wanted to go with that theme here too, because, you know, it's me and I like my colors, and this is why I built very colorful again here. But I think I didn't overdo it this time, so I hope you like it. Please write me in the comments, would it be better to have like plain white minimal pavilions or the very colorful ones? So yeah, there are some stairs, of course, so you can get up to the deck and get to the venue. And alongside these stairs I will place these palm trees. I don't know with which pack we got it, but they were perfect because they look a little bit more tropical. I sized them up and stacked them, you know, to the side, so it looks a little bit more like a palace, because I didn't want to go with the palm trees that we have in the build and buy mode from the base game, because I just wanted to put them all around the build but not in the build. so it doesn't look like a planted pot plants. Yeah, you know what I mean. So I think this looks a little bit better like this. And then I went on to the inside after the whole pavilion things are like done. So you can see in the inside that I made like a half wall on one side, which was also like an idea that was also in the cafe from the Windenburg base game thing, like in the world already. So I thought maybe this is cool, we could do that here too. So on one side I will put the coffee maker barista bar. I have no idea how this object is called, but basically that's like a counter where your Sims can order coffee or all the objects or like all the food and all the drinks that you can get in a cafe. And with a half wall, for me it was possible so they can really order outside too. I've tested it and they will order it on that side. They will stand a little bit, I guess, in the column somewhere, but it is really possible. So if you set the whole thing to a cafe, it will work as a cafe. And then I will also put like a bar inside, so if you set it to a bar, then you can really use it as a bar. I think I didn't put like a TV in there, but it could be that there is like one TV hidden somewhere, so maybe you have to, you know, check it out if it's working, but I guess so. So there's like a little stall where you can get your coffee to go, and you can also, you know, order the coffee inside as well. And then inside, when you get in the entrance area, there's also a bar, and I put some of these really nice bar behind thingies, shelves. I have no idea how they're called, I'm sorry, but I used the yellow pattern here because I think they are like really nicely lit. And I used a lot of these coffee wall decoration, and I think it looks really, really nicely decorated like this. And of course the door, so the staff can get there a little bit hidden. But yeah, in the live mode, like I said, I've already tested it, and there will appear some Sims there, like a bartender and so on, and will serve you. So this is like a really functional lot, and it's like a lounge, and it's a bar and a cafe all in one. So it's really working. I'm really proud that I could make it work. And yeah, so I hope you like it, guys. So on the main floor downstairs in the level inside, there is like a huge lounge area, I would say. So I put a lot of these ottomans all around the wall, and also some next to the stairs, which I also separated with some walls. And then of course I used the same mirrored tables here that I also used outside, but the whole theme inside is more of a red and pink vibe, because this is what I got when I searched on Google for Arabian restaurant or Arabian lounge, and they mostly used a lot of red. Maybe this is just a coincidence, but yeah, this is why I chose these colors. And I think it looks very inviting, also somehow a little bit more romantic, I would say. Really cozy because of the warm colors. And also at the end I will change the wallpaper to a more reddish wallpaper, so the whole thing looks really, really nice. And also I put a lot of curtains all around it, because they all seem to look from the inside like a tent somehow, like a huge tent that would be like in the desert, I guess. And I really like that idea, so I used a lot of these movie hangout stuff curtains all around the whole build, because I just love them. They're really nicely draped, and also they make it look so much more sophisticated and intricate, I would say. So I really like to use them, and yeah, I hope you like them too. If your Sims want to dance, of course I put some entertainment there too. So there are these wall speakers. I guess I set them to a new age music. I don't know if it gets to the gallery like that if I said it before uploading it to the gallery. I just hope so. Please write it in comments what kind of problems you experience with the build. But I've tested everything, and I can get all around the whole lounge area, and they will also sit there and, you know, have their drinks and talk. So this is like all really working here, and I heavily decorated it again with the lanterns and a lot of carpets on the floor, so it's all full of the carpets that we get from the base game. I also used the mirrors from the movie hangout stuff, which are these little flower mirrors. I just thought it looks really Arabian to me, somehow gave me this Arabian oriental vibe. And then there are of course some, you know, these champagne bottles and some lanterns in there as decoration. And outside on the pavilions I put a lot of these tea sets and some tea knickknacks that will suit the whole oriental theme. So this is always heavily decorated, I know. And I think that the whole build took me about I would say 5 hours or so. So please be aware that I also had to cut the video a lot because I've been going like back and forth on some places to decorate it and like, oh, this object is so cool, I have to use it outside. So this is like how I usually build. I go back and forth through the rooms and somehow I can concentrate on just doing one thing and then moving on. It is a little bit crazy how I do it and not as German, I would say, not as structured. But yeah, I try to do my best, and this is why my videos are also very heavily cut. But I think you can get the vibe with, you know, my voiceover and my ideas. And I think you can recreate it just by looking at the screenshots. So yeah, I hope you like that. Upstairs there's a lounge too, and also 2 bathrooms. Did the same thing with the curtains here. And then on the upper deck there's like a huge terrace or like a balcony of some sorts, and I put 3 fountains there, stacked a lot of fountains together, made like a really nice intricate pattern with the tilings that we get, like the tiling floor, and use also some decorations that you get for the pool. Then I placed some tables around it so it has a more like a restaurant cafe vibe, I would say. And then because I also wanted to use it as a lounge, there's like a microphone and some music instruments. So I think this looks absolutely adorable at night because I used a lot of candles and lanterns all around it. And then you have these nice fountains. It's super romantic. It has like an absolutely lovely view if you put it to Oasis Springs. And I just love the whole terrace, like the upper deck, I would say. It looks absolutely amazing and stunning. And is, of course, highly decorated as well. So yeah, this is the whole Arabian lounge. I hope you like it. It's something different again, but you know, I like my somehow different ideas I have, and then I just have to build them. But yeah, this is how it turned out. I think it looks really cute, and I like the fact that you can change to cafe, to bar, and to lounge just as you want it to have in your game and your gameplay style. And if you want to download that, I will put the download link down in the video description below. You can also follow me on the gallery under Simproved. And yeah, that's basically it. I hope you like it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the screenshots, and I will see you soon. Bye bye!